The kind of case is not the kind of case you, as a judge, will like to dabble into. Take your own decision and maybe give a verdict. If you do that, one, there may be international backlash on you. There may be national backlash on you. That might also be a professional backlash on you. And like I said the other day when I was trying to give my advice, because I said I don't want to discuss matters that are ongoing. I said Justice Omotosho is still relatively a young man who has a lot of future at the bench. In fact, God willing, on his side, he might reach the Supreme Court. But this Nnamdi Kanu's case has a propensity of either destroying a judge or elevating a judge.
I mean,
either way, you can choose any of the options. Because remember, Omotosho is not the first person that this case was assigned to. The other judges were assigned to who refused. And like I say here most of the time, that when judges who go for election tribunal where politicians destroy judges anyhow they like through bribery, I keep on saying now that it is voluntary. If you want to go, you fill the form and say I want to go for election tribunal. I told you any judge who is going for election tribunal, is there something he's looking for him or he's looking for something? So because ordinary decent judges may not like to go there. So any judge who dabbles into Nnamdi Kanu's case must guard his lions very, very well. You must guard your lions, because while you are discussing a case in court, the same case is being discussed in the hallowed temple of politicians in Russia.
That's right.
It's being discussed in hallowed temples of politicians in the United States. The same matter you are handling in court. That's why I said whichever judge wants to take up now must be extra circumspect what he's going to do.
This clip here speaks volume to the case of Nnamdi Kanu, but let me not dwell there because that is not the reason why we are here. The reason why we are here is this video is a must watch for every Biafran out there. I repeat, this video is a must watch for every Biafran out there. You are going to learn a lot by the time we kick start this program. But I would like you to do me a favor. Please share this video, let it go viral. Our people really need to learn. Otherwise, we will keep on learning the hard way. I will show you a picture of this. This is a police officer. He's a northerner. You know, this message goes to all our brothers, including I myself, that never use eye to see house or land. Once they say, for sale, we don't pump money. But hey, for sale, you don't pump money. But that is how they keep on dealing with us. In fact, that is how we keep on learning the hard way. This man now, one of our brother bought a house close to his house in Adamawa. A police officer, see DSP or BCP, Commissioner of Police. The man said over his dead body will a Southerner, not even a Southerner, said for an Igbo man to be his neighbor. He said over his dead body. Let me read the article so that people will not say, I don't come again with propaganda, because you know the hard on and on and the talk saying a propaganda. Make I read what the man wrote here, and then we go then dissect the comment section to know what people think concerning this matter, because a lot of people will come up with their different opinions. So let's go there. As you're watching, please kindly share. I read. He said, a Southerner cannot be my neighbor. Deputy Commissioner of Police to an Igbo man that bought a property near his house in Adamawa. We are learning the hard way. We, the Igbos, are learning the hard way. One of our brothers, single-handedly, his shops was demolished in Lagos State, where there is such other shops. What is the reason? I still not get the full story, but the guy said because he's an Igbo. You know, sometimes we choose to lie rather than to face the real fact. Maybe the guy is lying, or maybe he's saying the truth. But I cannot see the reason why they come to a place and only one shop was demolished, because that shop is an Igbo shop. Let's keep moving. A Deputy Commissioner of Police, Ibrahim Babazango, the photo is the one I show you, has allegedly threatened violent attacks against one Vincent Ume for buying property near his house in Adamawa State. The police boss, who hails from Adamawa State, claimed he did not want a Southerner as his next door neighbor. Babazango, who is currently attached to the Lagos State Police Command, was reportedly infuriated to learn that a Southeasterner was his new neighbor. The property is located at number 33 Mohammed Mustafa Way, opposite Fort Oye, Yola, in Adamawa State. In a viral audio, Babazongo was heard warning Ume to reverse the purchase deal or face bitter consequences, including no guarantee of his personal safety. Okay. We are homogeneous community. I don't want you. You can't be my next door neighbor. I swear. What sort of insult is this? Can any northerner move now to southeast, say Onitsha, and just bump into any neighborhood to buy a property just like that? The DCP queried. We are going somewhere. Narrating his ordeal, Ume said, I acquired a property late last year from one Ismaila Maman. The transaction was perfected and the title deed was issued to me. I was surprised to receive a call from a man who introduced himself as DCP Ibrahim Babazango, a neighbor of Ismaila Maman, who sold the property to me. He threatened that I should abandon the property because he could not guarantee my safety as his neighbor. A police officer. I didn't see DSS on this matter. DSS, this matter now, why they bring for you now, have been out there for 3 good days. I didn't see DSS call this man for questioning on why an Igbo man will not be your next door neighbor because of ethnicity. Let an Igbo man make this kind of comment. Let me see if that person will last 6 hours without not being picked up by police or by DSS or EFCC or CFIU. Yet, this matter don't they go around since no any Igbo politician have ever come out to comment about this matter. Let us continue. Okay, he said, I pleaded with him to no avail. I asked him what I did wrong by purchasing the property, at least within the context of the law. He kept yelling that I was not welcome in the neighborhood and I am a stranger in the community. In a person, these same police officers, when they hear IPOB Biafra now want to go, now they begin to shoot people. Okay, let us continue. He said, given his threat, I reported the matter to the police and Department of State Service, DSS. As it was further gathered, Babazango claimed that his former neighbor sold the property to Ume without offering him, Babazango, a neighbor, the first right to buy. Okay, that is your anger. As a police officer, how much is your salary for you to buy? Because I know an Igbo man purchasing that property, it must be extensively expensive. It must be on the high side. Let's continue. When contacted by neighbors, Babazango stood his ground on the threats. He said, my neighbor sold the house to a businessman without waiting for me. After I had indicated interest to buy the property, how much were you pricing? Believe me, I cannot guarantee his safety if he insists on owning the property, because as it is, we live like brothers in this area. So, for an outsider who is not from this part of the country to buy a property in this area is unacceptable. An outsider, in other words, an immigrant, in other words, a foreigner. And yet, you say we are one Nigeria. And when Biafrans agitate, these same police officers will unleash his terrorist colleagues to be shooting tear gas and live bullets at innocent protesters. Let us continue. I have reported the matter to the district head of Jemita, and I will also take him to court if need be. On his part, the vendor, Ismail Amaman, said, the property is mine and I sold it to Mr. Vincent Ume. All the documents were duly signed by me and my brother as witness between us in the presence of a lawyer after we agreed on a price. I had approached him, my former neighbor DSP Ibrahim Babazango, and I wanted to sell my property. He said he will contact his brother, but I didn't get his feedback, so I sold it to a ready buyer. I have no problems with the buyer at all. This message generated over 6,900 comments. It generated over 1,300 shares. It generated over 1,800 reactions, both thumb up, both, all kinds of emojis. For you to know that this message, it really went viral. It really went viral. Where are the politicians? It is high time we, the Biafrans, came out and know that we are on our own. We have no anybody. And the earlier we understand this, the better for all of us, so that we will start looking for the black goat or black sheep before it is dark. A lot of things is happening. The people who claim they are representing you, they only represent you to say no to Biafra nation, just like what Ijo Soludo is doing online. Look at what he said the other day at Channel Television, that the ideology of Igbo nation of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did not match with his own. For therefore, only one person for him. He is above the over 150 million other Biafrans. That there's nothing like Igbo nation. A professor. Okay, here are the comments. Let's see. Otto said, a wise Igbo man, an officer of the Federal Republic being sworn to protect lives and property, is threatening a lawful neighbor that bought a property with his money or even a loan from a bank. Is this primitive behavior supposed to come from a high-ranking police officer being paid with every Nigerian taxpayer's money, including the guy he is threatening? This is highly embarrassing to every sane Nigerians, and the authorities should do something urgent in questioning his threat against the neighbor. That his safety is not guaranteed in that area. This is an outright madness. The guy mentioned he have reported to so many authorities, but they didn't say where. He said that most of the authorities have come out with a solution to the matter. They will sweep it under the carpet. They will not do anything until when this man cock his gun and shoot that Igbo man down. Then it will be, maybe they will call it, it's accidental discharge. Or maybe they will say, oh, frame him up. They want to attack the man, and the man did it in self-defense. None anybody have ever said anything about this matter. But we have politicians. Hamarachi said, it can only happen in Nigeria under APC. Obasanjo will not tolerate that. Ojubai said, tell me what an Igbo man. So, what an Igbo wants to do with a house in Adamawa? Another stupid question. Additional argument said, no problem, since he has interest in buying the house, let the Igbo man sell it to him. Double to make huge profit and relocate to a better safe. Your life is more precious than the property. Save your life first. Let me read comments that follow this one. Replies. Prince Joseph from Kemjika said, you nailed it. Of course. Awele Nwonu Adesina said, brotherly, you make a reasonable point. But don't be surprised, maybe this Igbo man will be approached now for him to sell this property to this policeman. He will say all his life depends on it. I know how my people do. Our own Mumu, he get PhD. Don't be surprised that this guy now have been told, call this man and sell this property to him. Or even offer him, okay, let me sell the property to you. Give me all the whole money I spend. No profit. That Igbo man will not do it. Go and mark my word. Go and put it somewhere. We always like to learn the hard way. We always like to showcase ourselves. Let me not use that word stupidity. Let me not use it. It is not proper. But we always like to show the world the stuff we are made of. But when it begins to hammer, we will always learn the hard way. And we'll be the one who will cry that they are persecuting us. Why we first of all persecute ourselves in the first place. Few comments, please, and I will round up. Just few comments. Wakili Shehu said, you are making a one-sided judgment. You need to know from the other side before making a judgment. After all, you are not even sure of the true story. Nah, Aboki. Tunji Adetola said, well, it is a big lesson to all. As you invest in other parts of the country, make sure you think well. And don't forget, this is Nigeria and everything is possible. China Kakri said, look at this hungry looking face as DSP. I don't blame him, Sha. Choice. Say, imagine if this man is handling a case of an Igbo man and a northerner. is also one of those things. Or even if to cap each itself, who knows how many Igbos this man must have killed out of hatred? Who knows how many lives this man must have wasted from that Igbo land, because he cannot do it to any other tribe except the Igbos. Who knows how many lives this man have? Who knows how many destiny that this man have wasted because of hatred? Anyway, now here I go take back my break. I would like to hear from you what you think concerning this matter. And as you are watching, please make sure you are sharing. And as you are sharing, make sure you're also liking for more and more interesting videos that may come in your way today. Today is Thursday, and today happens to be the 30th day in the month of October in the year of 2025. We have just one day and we say bye-bye to this month. And as this month is ending, it's going to end with everything that have to do with trouble, temptations, backwardness, obstacles, whether in your finance, in your marriage, in your quest for children, but also in your business and education levels. My God, the God I serve, the Almighty Chukwuokiabiama, will, or rather, must surely meet you at every point of your need. Let me hang it here. I rest my case on God.